What's going on, gamers? It's your boy Daily Tactics here, and today we are back with more Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. The new update is just giving us so much good content, and this one I'm super excited for. So, we have 100,000 modern soldiers up top on this hillside in guard mode, and they are going to be fighting against 500,000 soldiers from every ancient army. It's going to be epic. If you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. By the way, today is Darth Blitz's birthday. You guys might know Darth Blitz from streams or Discord and things like that. He's been just a super helpful moderator, an amazing guy throughout the channel's history. So massive shout out to Darth Blitz. I hope you have a good birthday, man. Big happy birthday to him. If you guys want to wish him a happy birthday in the comment section, I'm sure he would appreciate it. Either way, guys, let's get into the video. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2, all of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, so as you can see, the front line here is made up mainly of Spartans and foot soldiers from the medieval times, it appears. But then we've got all sorts of different armies going further back. These are still Spartans. 500,000 is a lot, so they span over a lot of area. Here's more Spartans and Persian warriors. And then if we go way over here, we've got heavy knights over this way. They're gonna pack a mean punch here, I think. Over this way, we've got some Roman army soldiers and more Persians. There's also Roman generals on the battlefield too. There's one right there. You can tell by the gold armor. In addition to that, there are medieval archers as well as Roman archers on the battlefield. And there's also Egyptian warriors and Egyptian spearmen. Literally, there's every ancient unit available in the game on this battlefield versus 100,000 modern soldiers. So it should be absolutely insane. Let's go into full speed here as the battle gets really going right now. What's going to be nice for the modern soldiers is they've got all these nice trenches to defend from. That's going to be super helpful in funneling soldiers all around to sort of make them move in the way that the modern soldiers need them to. Yeah, look over here. We've got modern soldiers taking the trenches over this way and firing down them at the oncoming medieval footmen right here and just absolutely destroying them in this tiny little choke point area. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. These choke points are going to be so key in defending for this battle right now. We do have modern soldiers dying. They've lost about 60 or so soldiers. I think that is going to be from archer fire right off the rip here is why these guys might be dying. And yeah, look over here. A lot of these modern soldiers are getting a little bit bloodied over this way, and I think that's because there's a mass of archers over here. Oh my god, look at the bodies already piling up on the battlefield. But yeah, as you can see, there are archers running forward, taking a few shots with their bows and arrows at the oncoming modern soldier defenders right now. Archers definitely going to be the biggest threat to the modern soldiers up on this hillside. They're the only ranged unit, the archers. Oh, look over here. Yeah, that is some hailfire coming in. Holy cow. My goodness, that is going to be a real problem if that fire rate continues. These modern soldiers need to desperately start taking down a lot of these archers over here, because look at the amount of shots coming in. I mean, of course, arrows really only do like 25 to 30 damage, and the modern soldiers have 300 health, so it takes like 10 arrows to take them down. However, when you've got just a beehive of arrows coming at you, you know, 10 hits is not a lot. You can see right over here, actually. And actually, it does look like the modern soldiers have a type of armoring to them. You can tell because you can see some of the arrows dinking off of them, and that only happens when a unit gets what's called heavy armor. So like the heavy knights have it, as well as I think the Roman generals have it. And it basically just allows for arrows to dink off of them. There's like a 1 in 3 chance of arrows bouncing off of the armor instead of actually impacting the armor. So that's definitely good for the modern soldiers as well, to have some of that armor going for them against these arrow-wielding fiends over this way. Wow, look at that. The sheer amount of arrows coming in. Absolutely incredible. My goodness. But bullets tend to beat arrows in the long run, so we'll see if these archers do manage to actually get some decent kills on the modern soldiers and whittle them down a good bit. Over on this side of the battlefield, it seems like less arrows are impacting these guys, so, you know, that's good. And then over here, I don't think there are any archers on this side of the battlefield, so the modern soldiers over here literally just have to deal with the threat of oncoming melee enemies. And it looks like the Spartans are getting awfully close over here. Look at that, body mounds already starting to pile up as these Spartans cross over them and attack at the modern soldiers on the other side. The modern soldiers are fighting a pretty powerful enemy here. The Spartans have a lot of health. They've got good shielding and things like that, and they pack a mean punch when they, of course, do attack. However, the modern soldiers are keeping them at bay, baby. They're holding them off. They're preventing those boys from coming over here. And it looks like there was a large charge over here, but most of them have been discharged, and now the modern soldiers are able to come up here and fire down from that body hill over that way, and that's going to be great. This mass of Spartans, though, is still fairly large, and they're getting up there and probably taking at least a few swings at some of these modern soldiers before they all end up going down. Right now, we are at 630,000 dead ancient soldiers. A hefty amount for the amount of time that this battle has been running. That's actually pretty crazy. And only about 4,000 downed modern soldiers. So big difference between these two armies right now. But we'll just have to wait and see how it ends up going in the long run here. Let's see over here. There seems to be some more close quarters combat. I think that's pretty interesting to watch. Yeah, we've got Spartans over this way fighting against a few modern soldiers. And it looks like these Spartans actually do have the assistance of some archers, which is good. Those archers, in combination with a melee unit, I think are even more devastating. Why don't we go ahead and do our first time-lapse of the video here. Some people have been complaining about longer time-lapses, and then I do shorter time-lapses that are like 15 to 20 seconds, and then people complain that they're too short. So I'm really confused as to what to do for the length of time-lapses. I think I'm going to try and stick to like 30 to 40 seconds, and then people can just skip ahead if they don't like watching it. But that way, the people who do like watching it can see a little bit longer of a time lapse. I've never done like longer than minute time lapses, and that's when we have like a crazy battle going on. That's just super long. So obviously I'm going to keep doing them because I think they're really cool and fun to watch, and I think a lot of people enjoy them. But I just love your input on the length that I should be doing them for. Either way, let's watch these Spartans attack the modern soldiers right here for a little bit. Alright, so throughout that time lapse, the Spartans got whittled down pretty bad, like really bad actually. The attacking ancient armies now only have, looks like 3.5 million soldiers, 1.5 million have died at the end of the day here, and about 25,000 modern soldiers, a little less than that, have died. So, pretty crazy. The differences here, the modern soldiers have pushed very far up. On the right, they're doing so much better than on the left, because on the left is where all those archers are at. So on the left, they're actually taking some pretty serious damage. You can actually see almost like the movement of the soldiers as some retreat and some attack. That's actually really cool. I love that about guard mode there. We do have Romans attacking now. Interesting, and they're actually getting in there and managing to attack some of these modern soldiers and get a few kills. That's probably because of their shielding that they've got, so that's going to be another problem coming forward. But the Spartans are almost completely defeated here, I think. Yeah, over here, there's like barely any Spartans. It's mainly Romans attacking now over this way. So that'll be interesting. Also, the Persians. Persians are a super, super weak unit, so I don't think they'll pose too much of a threat. I also have a feeling a lot of the archers are down. Yeah, look at this. These are like all archers. Well, a lot of them are archers at the very least. That's crazy. Oh, there's also a couple modern soldiers. Look at that M4A4. But yeah, I think a lot of the archers have gone down, so their fire rate, yeah, is definitely decreasing, though it is still present, so that's still going to be a problem for a while here. But I think the modern soldiers definitely have a solid chance of this, especially with the archers being some of the first units that they've had to deal with. It's just going to make it easier from now on, going forward without as many archers on the battlefield. They're also nice and split up over here, so that arrow fire is going to be weaker and weaker as the battle goes on. Against them, because they're nice and split up, they're not going to be these big chunky targets for them to deal with, so that's not too bad. The Romans definitely are a bit of a problem. You can see that they're getting nice and close, actually, just because of their shielding, I think is the major problem. So that's not super helpful for them. But then on this right side is just dominating. The right side is dominating the battlefield through and through. We still have some Spartans over here, Persians, and some Romans. But yeah, this area I think has the best chance of really coming in clutch for the entirety of this battle. Look at this. The ancient armies are actually almost completely surrounding these modern soldiers. Those flanks they're doing aren't really helping too much. Look at this. Persians and medieval foot soldiers, two of the worst units attacking at once here, and just getting gunned down by only a few modern soldiers. Oh my god. Then over here we've got a massive rush of medieval knights, and they are not making it super far. They are one of the units with the most health, for sure. And it's pretty bad seeing them just get clobbered, man. Absolutely toasted. Absolutely toasted. We're verging on 2 million dead for the ancient armies, which would be about 40% of their total force, and we're at 31,000 dead for the modern soldiers, which is 31% of their force. So right now the modern soldiers are outpacing the ancient armies by a good bit, but will it be enough for them to get the Dubski at the end of the day? We'll just have to find out. I actually think this little minor holdout area on these rocks could be a really interesting area to watch a time-lapse of. So I think we'll do a time-lapse right here, which will be pretty cool. Alright, boys, slowly but surely we did see that rock get overtaken. That was actually pretty cool. They just got overwhelmed, essentially, by too many units coming forward, and too many heavily armored units, those Roman soldiers, as well as the Spartans and the heavy knights. It's just a deadly, deadly trio right there. So they did get overwhelmed, and they started to back up a little bit, consolidate further up here, which is good. These guys have also repositioned a little bit more facing this way to deal with oncoming foes from here, because over this way they've clearly been able to take care of these guys pretty easily. Bunch of modern soldiers just chilling over here right now, taking a little bit of a respite from the battle. Oh, look at this. They're pushing hard over here, though. Wow, they are pushing deep in over this way. Right now we are at 2.5 million dead ancient soldiers and 39,600 dead modern soldiers. So not too shabby at all. The battlefield has expanded in various different directions, which I always think is really cool to see the movement, see how people choose to start going in different directions and things like that. Pretty crazy. We've got some more arrows coming in over this way, but not too many. That's not too big of a deal over here. There's just not a lot. Just not a ton. I don't even know. Are these Roman archers, medieval archers? These are Roman archers, yeah. Roman archers actually are not going to do as well, I think, here, because they have to get very close. Roman archers, for some reason, have way less range than the medieval archers. Well, I guess the Romans were probably not using longbows. Maybe they were. Maybe more of a compact bow? I don't know. I don't know. I did not specialize in ancient history when I got my history degree. But either way, in this game, they have a shorter range, so their arrows are gonna need to be loosed a little closer, which is not always a great thing when fighting boys with M4A4 machine gunners. So that's pretty bad for them. Over here, I mean, the medieval archers, they've still got a presence here, and I think that's just because there's so many, Egyptian spearmen and Egyptian warriors over here charging between the archers that, they're the pressing matter for the modern soldiers, and so they deal with them first, and then they deal with the medieval archers second, but definitely a downgrade in the number of medieval archers over here. They've been wiped out fairly consistently throughout this battle, and they've taken a lot of losses through it too. So those guys are slowly becoming less and less of a threat. But as you can see, I mean, we started with all the modern soldiers just being dead in the middle here, and now they've expanded the battlefield super far out, like 100 yards in each direction they've expanded, which is pretty crazy. There's still all this backup force way back here, trying to come forward, but it's just these little choke points sort of make them sprinkle in rather than charge in. So that's causing a little bit of a backup in the ancient army's plans, I think. But still, we're going to have a lot of battle to go here. 40,000 dead modern soldiers. 2.7 million dead ancient soldiers. Pretty crazy numbers there. Let's go ahead and let this run for a while, and I'll be back. Right, we've let it run for about 20 minutes here, and 3.3 million dead ancient armies now, which is a hefty amount. That's about 66% of the ancient army's total force gone, wiped off the face of the earth. And with the modern army, we have 46,000 gone, which is just under half of their force. So right now, definitely the modern armies managing to keep pace with the ancient armies here. Kills are definitely slowing down, I will say, as the ancient armies are tripling in more. I don't need to put that arrow there. How do I get rid of that? I don't know. It's just there now. So definitely, less and less going on right now. Maybe the modern armies will be able to push forward to get to these large recesses of ancient soldiers and really start hammering away at them. We'll just have to wait and see if they start doing that. Over here, still a lot of action going on, though. But it is seeming like it will end up being a modern victory against, 5 million soldiers with just 100,000. That is an incredible performance, I will say. Absolutely stunning. But, the tides have turned in weirder ways before, so you never really can say who is going to be the victor until the very, very end. So we'll let it ride some more, boys. We'll let it ride. Oh my god, guys. So I literally left this for like an hour and went to go get some chores done and came back, and the ancient army won. They actually won with only 400,000 soldiers remaining. That's crazy. Wow. That's insane. The modern soldiers got 4.5 million kills, but it wasn't enough. That's insane. The modern soldiers finally meet their maker against the ancient armies. That's really cool. I was not expecting that. I really thought they'd win. Either way, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.